What is up, YouTube? We are going over a topic today that I have been asked many a times. If I sound a little funny, my allergies are kicking my butt right now here in Oklahoma, so you'll have to forgive me. But pre-workout, is it worth it? Should you take it? Isn't it negotiable, right? In my opinion, it has been the same answer that it has been for the last 8 years. Pre-workout is not a negotiable. I think you should be taking it, but there are some instances where people are right. So I think there's this misconception that pre-workout is like it's just for energy and I only use it on days where I feel like I need a boost, right? And I think there are some pre-workouts where that is true. And I think it just stems from all pre-workout are not created equally, right? It depends on the ingredients that are in them. And so today, I wanted to do a little bit more of a deep dive on 8 ingredients that I think you should look for in your pre-workout, okay? Now, I know I say all the time, it's off the dome, right? But today, I have specific dosages of all the ingredients that we're gonna be talking about, and I just do not have the brain power to remember all that, okay? So I am looking out on my phone, but that's the only part I'm looking at, okay? But first off, the thing with a lot of pre-workouts, one thing you need to look out for, a lot of companies underdose things. So they will say, oh, well, we have citrulline malate, which is good for a pump, but they only have half of what an actual dose is. So you're not really getting the benefits from it. Or like beta-alanine or these other ingredients we'll talk about where you're not actually getting anything from it because they're not putting the full dose in. Another thing you have to really look out for is proprietary blends, okay? Where it'll just say like, hey, this a serving of this pre-workout has 15 grams in it. And it'll just list out the ingredients, but it doesn't tell you exactly how many grams of each one. Never get those because 9 times out of 10, they're probably lying to you. There's a reason why they make it a proprietary blend. They don't want you to know how much of what they put in there is actually in there. For all you know, they could put 300 grams of caffeine and 10 grams of creatine and say it has all this other stuff in it when it doesn't, right? So stay away from the proprietary blends. And then make sure that you are looking at actual dosages that do what they're supposed to do. So for an example, number 1 is caffeine. We all know what caffeine is, right? It helps with focus, helps with mental health, or helps with cognitive function like mental focus, and it just, gives you a little bit of boost energy, okay? You're looking anywhere from 150 to 300 milligrams. Now, if you are used to taking in caffeine a lot, like my pre-workout has 400 milligrams of caffeine, but I'm not gonna say everyone should do that, okay? I've been taking pre-workout for a long time. I like my pre-workout to hit a little harder. I am a bigger guy too. So that's number 1. Number 2 is creatine. And what does creatine do? So creatine helps with muscle growth over a period of time. It also helps with supporting like power and strength while you're working out. And it also helps with the production of ATP. Now, if you don't know what ATP is, back in the day, the mitochondria, if you were in my generation, anywhere in the 90s, right? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and its job is to create ATP, which helps with like giving your muscles energy and stuff like that, right? So that's why creatine is so important. But the thing is, you need at least 5 grams of creatine every time you take it. Now, I'm pretty sure on my last video about supplements, I said something about researching creatine and how you could get benefits from using more. I still am not 100% on the research that's out there, so I'm not going to recommend it, but it is something I've been trying. So do some research, but 5 grams minimum. Yeah, I need to take 5. Some of these pre-workouts will say like, oh, your daily creatine in your pre-workout, you don't have to buy any. And it's like 2.5 grams, which is half of what your daily intake is. So like, again, that would be lying, right? Number 3 is beta-alanine. So beta-alanine is what gives you that like itchy, tingly feeling. And all that's doing is it's helping break down the lactic acid that's in your muscles, which is what makes you sore. Beta-alanine can also delay fatigue. So like as you're working out, you'll get tired less fast, I guess. And then it also helps with muscular endurance, which is kind of like delayed fatigue, right? With beta alanine, you're looking at anywhere from 3 to 6 grams. Again, no less than 3. I would say 3.2. Otherwise, you're not getting the full effects of it. But you don't have to do 6. Now, me, again, I like my pre-workouts to hit me really hard. I want that full 6, if not sometimes maybe a little bit more. But not everybody has to have that, right? But you at least want 3 to 3.2. Number 4 is going to be citrulline. So there's either L-citrulline or citrulline malate, okay? And what the citrulline is going to do is it basically helps, it's like a nitric oxide. It helps with blood flow. So you're getting more blood flowing to the muscles during your workout. It helps you get a better pump during your workout as well. And with the citrulline, you want to get at least 6 to 8 grams, okay? A lot of ones will have 4 grams. It's not enough. You want to have 6 to 8, okay? Otherwise, you're not getting the true benefits of it. Now, that's not to say you might not feel 4 grams, but you're not getting the full amount that you're supposed to be getting if you're not getting 6 to 8, okay? Number 5 is L-tyrosine. So L-tyrosine is like a nootropic. That's more of a, you know, it's not like caffeine where it gives you energy. It just more so helps with focus, cognitive focus, stuff like that. You'll see them in a lot of energy drinks. With the L-tyrosine, you want anywhere from 500 to 2,000 milligrams. Okay, so anything less than 500, you're probably not really getting the full amount of it. Number 6 is going to be Betain, anahydrous. Okay, and I'll tell you what's really cool about the next 2 that we're going over that I really, really like having in pre-workout. Okay. So this one helps with hydration and muscle cells. It also supports power output. So as you're working out, as your body is using water, your muscles are using water, especially paired with creatine, it's very important that you want your muscles being hydrated, which is why this is so important. And with this, the recommended dose is 2.5 grams, okay? Number 7 on the list is taurine, which is kind of like the last one, but this one's more hydration through electrolyte balance. So it helps with hydration, balancing your electrolytes, which again, during your workout is really important. It also supports muscle contractions. So like as you're, you know, doing an exercise, it just helps with getting a better contraction, which is what promotes growth, right? And that's going to be 1 to 2 grams. The last one, number 8, it's really 2 things, but I put them in the same category because they kind of go hand in hand. If a pre-workout has alpha GPC but doesn't have huperzine, I'll still use it, or vice versa. If it has huperzine and not alpha GPC, I'll still use it. But if it doesn't have either one, I typically will try to find one that has at least one of them, if not both. And so basically what they do is they're nootropics. So they help with focus, mind-muscle connection. They enhance neural drive. They help with like reaction time and like contractions in the muscles. I really like them when I'm playing video games because it helps with like that brain fog and your reaction time. It's just really, really good to have in a pre-workout if you want to be like laser focused. And with those ingredients, the alpha GPC, you're looking at 300 to 600 milligrams, and then the huperzine is 50 to 200 micrograms. Okay, so obviously not all pre-workouts are created equal. There are other ingredients that are in pre-workout, but these to me are like the 8 that you want to be looking for, that you should have most of these in it, right? If not, you're probably just getting a bunch of caffeine, and at that point you just drink an energy drink. But also the dosages are what's important, because companies, I hate that they do this and I wish we could trust them, but trust me, I've been in this industry for a long time. I sold supplements for a long time. They can't be trusted. They will tell you, hey, our pre-workout has this in it, and they pipe it up to be so great, but then you look at the dosages and they're not what they're supposed to be. So they hype it up like it's basically just filler. Like, hey, we got all this beta alanine in it, isn't it great? And it's only 2,000, and it's like, okay, well, that's just going to be pissed out. I'm not even going to really use that. So look at these ingredients, try to find a pre-workout that has these in it. Obviously do your own experimenting, right? And then look at the dosages, because that's what's really important. Other than that, I have a little bit of news for you guys. I am going to go to posting 2 days a week, okay? So 1 day a week as of right now. I'm going to do like a check-in. So when I was doing bodybuilding back in the day, I checked in with my coach, and like people that I coach online, they do check-ins with me every week. And so I'm basically just going to do like a video of my weekly check-in. So it'll probably be like the meals I'm eating this week, because my meals stay consistently the same throughout the week. They're basically the same things every day for a whole week. Sometimes I change them week to week, sometimes I don't. But essentially just like the weekly check-in, like, hey, this is what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis. This is what my physique's looking like. Here's my goals for the next week, or this is how I changed from last week to this week. And just, we can look at it all together, right? Just take you guys along for the journey. That way, if there's anyone out there that is doing the same thing, they can kind of look at what I'm doing and changing my stuff and my kind of like game plan in order to achieve my goals, right? And you can watch week to week and be like, oh, okay, well, Mason adjusted this because of this reason, and that helped him do this. And then you guys can kind of use that whenever you're trying to do this yourself, right? Oh, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze right there. But so it'll be a mix. I'll probably do those videos once a week and then continue like the type of videos I'm doing now, whether it be the motivational content, the nutritional supplementation side of stuff, workouts at the gym. I just think that I could realistically do that twice a week. So if you have any other suggestions when it comes to supplements, nutrition, workouts, just anything really, go ahead and do me a favor, drop them in the comments below. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.